The popular diet one neurosurgeon swears by as a way to boost your brain power. In this excerpt from his new book, Drive, Neurosurgeon explains why is so good for the brain. Perhaps there is a reason why most of the world's major religions call for periodic fasting. Intermittent hunger, well, the hunger. But it only lasts. Consider our prehistoric ancestors, the hunters and gatherers who survived through feast and famine, abundance and scarcity. The real didn't but with the hunger pangs come benefits. Going without food, so how do you do it? Not by overloading. I am not talking about caloric restriction, which extends longevity in animals and may well do the same in humans. People who I follow or at least try to an intermittent fasting diet, and I recommend it for anyone who wants to improve their mood and hit peak cognition. Here is my plan. The goal is to hit 2 stretches of 16-hour periods without food. So choose 2 I am not talking about just on fasting days. I am talking about I rarely eat a sandwich or burger or anything with carbs. My routine is this one is hard for me, especially after a long day or when I have fasted. But I try. Please keep in mind, I am no extremist. I do go out to eat on days when I am operating. In fact, I eat nothing until late afternoon. I don't even have excerpted from a brain surgeon's secrets to boost performance and unleash creativity. Copyright 2019 by Rahul Jandil, MD, PhD. Reproduced by video popular weight loss tricks that may backfire provided by health.com. To get more nutrition and diet tips delivered to your inbox, sign up for the newsletter.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.